when we fail in life, we can do one of two things. We can either respond positively to it and embrace the challenge to push further or learn and then progress, or we can accept defeat and reduce ourselves and feel bad and shift accountability. And it's pretty much what we go through in life all the time. There's always going to be things that we don't have our desired outcome from, and our response to these things is crucial. It defines us as who we are, and it defines what we get out of our lives in a lot of ways. So for me, to go all the way back, I've got to kind of be vigilant around here in the parks in Australia. There's all sorts of bloody things that can kill you. Snakes and all sorts of shit. Yeah, I just saw a snake before, so trying to maintain a little bit of awareness in the park here. So where was I? My failures. I'm from I grew up at school far north, and then from there went down far north NZ and went down to Waikato University to study engineering, and I fucked it up for 2 years, failed most of my papers and didn't really get much out of that. So at 20 I went to the army, did basic training as an officer, and then my commissioning course. I got through most of it but failed that because I had a shit attitude and I wasn't up to standard. Following that, I moved up to Auckland from Hamilton, and I started studying part-time at Massey University doing business training, and then I also went to the army as a soldier, territorials, and I did that for a couple of years. Didn't finish my study, and I got a peacekeeping tour with the New Zealand Army, which was kind of a turning point for me, because that was the first thing at 23 that I did that was an achievement. And though it wasn't a huge achievement, it was still a big thing for me, and at that point I kind of felt I had a little bit of confidence, which was really good. And confidence is so important. Confidence is huge, because it's you backing yourself and realizing that you've got the ability to do these things, and not being as concerned with the outcome and just getting out there and doing it. So I backed myself and I went for Special Forces selection in New Zealand, and unfortunately, though I was in good shape for it, I failed. I had an injury. I had heat exhaustion quite early on in it, which was quite demoralising for me. Yeah, so that was a blow, and I felt like I was back to square one, and just kind of, I was in the dumps for quite a bit. And then I decided, fuck it, I'm going to go to the UK and join the elite forces over there. That was my goal, and I went over to pursue this, and I had really big issues with the administration getting into the Royal Marine Commandos. Wouldn't take me because of my background in NZ. I had a drink driving charge when I was young and stupid, and another failure, of course. And the parachute regiment had a huge waiting list, and that was the other unit that I really wanted to get into, and I was really wanted to get into these elite units. So I was in the dumps again. I was just kind of working in bars and doing bouncing up in Leeds, and just hating things. And then I literally was riding my bike past this one office. I was maintaining like a positive kind of outlook, but I was really struggling, and I just felt that I was a failure, but something just kept me going. And I was riding my bike past this army recruiting office one day, and it happened to be, out of the entire United Kingdom, the one place where I could get a backdoor fast track entry into the parachute regiment. And I went in, and I just couldn't believe it. They said, we can fast track you rather than having to wait for 2 years. We can fast track you. You can start your training, and rather than doing a full year of all the basic training bits and pieces, we can condense it, and you can be into one of the regular force units within 3 months. And so I signed up, and then I completed my training, and before I knew it, 4 months after that, I was jumping out of planes, Hercules planes in Oman, and then 8 months after that, I was on the front line fighting with the parachute regiment in Afghanistan, and I served there in 2010 with 3 para. So that was my story. My last day in uniform, I met Prince Charles, and he issued me my medal for serving in Afghanistan. And following that, I came back to New Zealand and started Boot It Fitness with my good mate from the army, Mark Tullett. So that's my story about my background and my failures, and how I suffered through failures, but I worked through them and pursued my dream, and came out eventually with the outcome that I desired, and it was a better outcome that I could have possibly wished for in terms of my military dreams. So pursue your dreams, see the failures as opportunities for you to learn and to grow, and embrace them, rather than accepting defeat and that you're not good enough and that you can't learn from it and that it's not for you. Real important. Make sure you stay on with whatever it is that you feel is for you and that what you desire. And believe me, you'll get there. And if you fall short of it, the pursuit of working towards it will build you as a person and will make you much happier pursuing it. So pursue those dreams, learn from the failures. That's my story, and I hope that it can shed some light and assist you or someone you know in their fitness journey or whatever things they're working towards in their life. Cheers.